You see all these people on YouTube, since maybe this isn't the first YouTube video you've seen about ADHD. You see people becoming ultra successful, you see people going to the gym every day, and you are jealous because you haven't done anything with your life. You know that if you just fix your ADHD, you would be the best version of yourself. Your family would be proud of you, your friends would be jealous of you, and maybe proud of you if they're good friends, but most likely you don't have good friends. You know that this little thing is absolutely plaguing your mind, and all I can tell you right now is it's okay. I'm gonna tell you my story. When I was younger, I was depressed. I was extremely bad, and I went through the cycle, the awful cycle you also maybe have gone in. The cycle of going to psychologists, from psychologists to other psychologists and psychiatrists, and everyone telling you to fuck off. You finally get your diagnosis, and they prescribe you drugs that make you feel even worse, and they don't even work. Maybe they work for some, and I'm not saying you should go off your treatment. You should definitely go into your treatment and take your pills if they make you feel better, but it's not my cup of tea. And that's exactly what I want to get into, how I cope with ADHD. I don't care what neurotypicals say. I don't care if they say to become successful you have to work 12 hours a day and you have to sit still for 14 hours to review all the work you've done, and if you want to become a lawyer you have to sit still for 8 hours a day, and if you want to do programming you have to sit still for another 8 hours a day, and if you want to go to the gym you have to follow exercise. Fuck that. I don't care about them. I don't care what they have to say. I don't care if they tell me I must follow their XYZ plan. I don't work with XYZ. I work with ABC. My steps are baby steps, and my steps work for me. And that's what I want to get into. You should follow what works for you, not what works for neurotypicals or other neurodivergents, because other people have it worse or easier than you. Maybe your ADHD is way worse than mine. Maybe your ADHD is 100 times worse and you cannot focus on anything. Doesn't matter though. You should not listen to people. If someone tells you you must do something, do not fucking listen to them. You must not do anything. If the person has the same goals and the same background history, then yeah, go ahead, listen to them, I guess. You should try everything out, but do not start listening, do not feel bad if what neurotypicals say doesn't work for you, or other neurodivergents for that fact. If someone tells you you should do XYZ and XYZ doesn't work for you, that's not bad. Your brain isn't ill, your brain is different. ADHD is a mental illness and it's awful, but it's also a superpower. And I know you're bored from hearing it's a superpower. If you think about it, your brain is different. It's not ill. It's different. It's shaped different. It has its ups and it has its downs. It has its pros, it has its cons. One of your cons is that you cannot focus on stuff that doesn't matter to you. And I don't see why that's bad. Ultra successful people, do you think ultra successful people read history every single day or do math if they don't like math? Fuck no, they do what they do good and they do it a lot. That's how people get successful. They don't get successful because they hate math. They don't get successful because they read geography and then they go to their math class and they do all of the shit that people tell them to do. They do the thing that they're good at a lot of times. And I just have one actionable step for you. And please do it right now, right now. Leave your phone if you're watching it on your computer. Put your phone down after and pause the video and tell me in the comments if you did the actionable step. Close your eyes, maybe if it helps you visualize, but nonetheless, focus and think on the one thing people always tell you you must do. If you're studying for your university or high school, maybe people tell you to sit down for 8 hours a day at a specific time and work. Think about all the musts people have told you. Like, if you're working, maybe your boss tells you you must sit down for 8 hours at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and do the work that has to be done. Maybe something popped up in your mind. Maybe you didn't even have to visualize, because for me, it already did. Now, I want you to think clearly how you can do it better your way. And of course, you probably don't have a way yet. You probably don't know how to do it yet. You probably don't know what works for you and what doesn't. But that's okay. I want you to sit down, think about what you could do. If you already know how you can do it, do it. Grab the thing, do the thing you have to do, and the thing that people tell you to do in XYZ, and do it in ABC. Do it your way. And then go to the person and tell them, like, hey, I did I got the results you want, but I used this method because this method works better for me. If the person denies it, it's not a good person. You should not listen to them. If it works for you, use ABC. Do not use XYZ. If you don't know what works for your mind, what you can do is you can go to YouTube and search productivity hacks, but do not start watching videos again and again and again and again, and fucking putting all the dopamine in your mind. See one video, close YouTube, do the fucking work, take action, and after the video is done, after you did the thing, and you see if it works or if it doesn't, then you either move on to the next one and toss the thing in the trash, or you continue seeing if the thing works and do it again and again and again until you find the one thing that works for you. Because everyone has the one thing that works for them. Your brain is not more that your brain didn't melt. With ADHD, your brain works just differently. That means you have ways of productivity that work for you and solely for you. Maybe it works for someone else, but nonetheless, if something doesn't work for someone else and it works for you, then good. But the key thing is to try everything out. So in the actionable step, think about the one thing that people say you must do. Take that thing you should do, of course, and do it in your own way. Maybe for me, for example, I stay fasted in the morning and I drink one black coffee that's scientifically proven to work. And I suggest you should also try it. And then I work for the 2 hours that I give myself, and then I stop working. And I complete most of the work that most people cannot do in their day. Maybe they tell you eat the frog. It takes some discipline, of course. You'd hate this. Some productivity hacks you'd hate. But if something is a must, and if you decided how you wanted to do it, like for example, if you're a med student and you have ADHD, you know you must pass your exams. That's not negotiable. But if you could study for 8 hours or study the way you want, you would probably pick the second option. So give yourself options. It of course takes some discipline and it would suck at first, but if something is a must, then you must do it in your own way. Otherwise, it will suck even more. And to give you a better example, I will tell you how I stay productive. I wake up in the morning when I have time and I don't eat anything. I only drink my black coffee, as I said before. I drink the black coffee while working, and I work on the hardest task in the day. For example, right now, if this is the morning, I woke up, I filmed, I made all the structure, everything, I made the thumbnail, and now I have to do the editing. I also have an agency, and it would be a better idea if I started calling, but I'm not ready to do that yet. You see, you wake up in the morning, you do the hardest task, and it doesn't have to be that hard. You don't have to associate a task as a tough, extremely extremely hard task, because you'd end up dreading it. For example, how I like to do this stuff. right? Because if you noticed in the thumbnail, it says how I stay productive. Because it's not a must, you must do this to stay productive. I don't know you, I don't know your brain, I don't know how you work, I don't know if what I do works for you. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it did, maybe it does. I don't know. Try it out. Fuck, man. I'm not your mom. You should go ahead and try everything you can. Because life is given to us and we have a set amount of years and we must utilize them. You must try everything out. Because that's life. I made a video, a complete video. I'm filming right now. I made the thumbnail. It's ready in my Notion database. I made a thumbnail, I made a title, I made a script, I made everything before 12 a.m. and I woke up at 9 and I started work at 9:45. Like it's like 1.5 hours. So now it's 11:23 a.m. It's simple. You just have to work and you have to try stuff out. And keep in mind that there is always one thing that works for you. Always, every time, I'm sure, there's one specific thing that works best for every human. Maybe for me, for example, I utilize my chronotypes and I drink coffee and I fast in the morning and I'm the most productive. I have focused mind, a better focused mind than a neurotypical. And yet, I utilize that and I tried it out and I like it. I've tried other productivity hacks like Pomodoro. I don't like Pomodoro. Like 25 minutes and 5-minute breaks, and I don't like it. I hate it. It works kinda, but it didn't make me feel good. It didn't make my productivity sessions that productive. So I picked up something, I picked up a productivity hack, I looked at it, I tried it out. It's like an apple. You pick up an apple, you look at it, you say, oh, it looks nice. You bite into it and you chew for a bit. And if you don't like that apple, you toss it back and you pick the next apple up. That's simple. That's as simple as it can get. Simplify everything. Simplify your thumbnails if you want to become a YouTuber. Simplify your studying sessions. Simplify your gym sessions. Simplify everything. Simplify the food you're making. Do not try and make some gourmet shit. Because if you're a gourmet chef, the gourmet shit is simple for you. Simplify everything. Challenge yourself, of course, but never try and overcomplicate stuff. For example, if you want to make $1 million a month, let's say, if you made a goal to make $1 million next month or next year or next quarter or next decade, that's a broad and oversimplified goal. But if you said, I have to make 25 goals and 25 sales today, and each sale must bring 5,866 euros because I need that to make the money I want, that's not good. That's not very good. Whatever happens, if you have a goal, don't focus on the outcome, focus on the process. For example, this video, I don't care how many views it gets. Last video got one view. I don't care. I uploaded the video. You need to upload one video a week. Focus on uploading. That makes you successful. Upload one video a week. Call 10 people. I don't care. You shouldn't care what people say. Just upload or do the one thing that needs to be done X amount of times. And you shouldn't care what the outcome is. If the thing you did provided a huge outcome, then hooray, you are successful. But if the thing you did not provide the outcome you want, hooray, you're still successful. You did the thing. That's the premise of your mind. You need to provide your mind with small wins. And you should never include in the small wins the factor of unpredictability. Because if your video gets a lot of views, it's unpredictable for you. It's based on the algorithm, and if it wants to upload it, like explode your video and like show it to everybody. But if you want to show, if for example you want to make 10,000 a month, you can't call 10,000 people. You never know though if you can sell to the person. You may even sell the best, you had the best sales script, the best marketing, and some people would not buy, because that's how life is. In your small wins, never include small unpredictability. Include only the things you can control, like making the video, like pressing upload, like calling 10 people, and that is guaranteed to make you successful. So take care, focus on the actionable step, and become the best version of yourself.